Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Being a Carer with Moi Kes. Continuing the discussion on the causes of mental health. And if you remember, in my previous video, I talked about the 4 major factors that cause mental health. In this video, I think it is only fair to go ahead to list what those illnesses are, so we are better aware. And if for some reason you are going through any, and you are in the United Kingdom, it doesn't matter if you're on a tier 2 visa or whatever, please know that there is help. There is help available, and there are things you can do to care for yourself, and there are organizations in the United Kingdom you can approach that could help you get you back into the system, if that makes sense. So you will do well, to watch this video with me, so you know what those types of mental illnesses are. And possibly, might know somebody who's going through some or one. And you knowing what they are, you could help that individual, if that makes any sense. Name is Kesiena Akwara Atie, a health and social care trainer. To all of you, my old and new returning subscribers, a gazillion kisses to you all. And hey, to all of you, my awesome mentees, I want you to know that you are always in my thoughts and in my prayers. And remember, I'm only a telephone call away. If you need to talk about something, if you are concerned about something, go on then, chat me up and let's get talking, so you can get it off your chest, if that makes any sense. And hey, if you're just watching this channel for the first time, hi there. What are you waiting for? Do us a favor, smash the subscribe button, become a part of us, yeah? Give me a thumbs up by liking the video, and don't forget to click on that all-important notification bell, so whenever I upload a new video, you, my dear, will be among the very first to know. Freely connect with me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Care by Kes, and I will most definitely, I'll see you there, all right? So let's get into the crux of the matter. Now, so you know, as well, before I go any further, that I do have a topic on my training sessions, which I train my colleagues on, who are healthcare workers, as healthcare assistants, support workers and all. And that is mental health and learning disability awareness. We'll talk about that topic a lot. And I go forward further, to list what the different types of mental illnesses are. And I will do just that with you all today. So you've got depression. Now, it could be postnatal, it could be perinatal depression. You have anxiety. You've got panic attacks. Okay? You have eating disorders. Now, then you have the bulimia nervosa, anorexia nervosa, and binge eating. Okay? You have impulse controls and addictions. Like what? Pyromania, people that start fires. You have kleptomanias, those who steal. It's an impulse. Okay? You have obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, because of fear of getting something or whatever, they develop certain rituals and routines to keep themselves safe. Take, for instance, somebody who is a clean freak. Now, for most of those clean freaks, it's all about fear of catching a germ, okay, and illness. And so they clean everything, okay? Then you also have bipolar. You have psychosis and schizophrenia. Now, in this regard, they hear voices or see images, okay? You also got paranoia. You've got hoarding. Now, one of those wonderful days while I was still working in the domiciliary sector, I had this client who I had no idea had the hoarding problem. Now, every time I go in there, she says, oh, go buy this. Now, when I buy it, in some cases, she takes it from me, so I don't get to see anything. But this particular day, I don't know, maybe I was very nice to her, and she says, oh, you can put it all in the cupboard. So I said, okay. I got there, I opened the cupboard. My gosh. There were loads and loads of stuff, some of which their packaging had gone brown. They had gone by the use-by date. Now, I had no inkling or pre-knowledge of what was going on, but a light bulb just went off in my head, and I said, oh, sweetheart, you have so much of these. And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh, have a look at this. Oh, the date is off. Oh my goodness. You don't want to eat this, do you? She says, no. I said, oh, how about we get rid of it? I mean, I would hate to hear that you are ill in the hospital, And she says, okay. And then I started taking them one. I started taking them one after the other. Those that were already passed like a year past the use by date. I started taking them one after the other. And I'm like, sweetheart, when you think it's okay, let me know, please. And I kept taking. I kept taking. I kept taking. And they said, oh, that's enough. Oh, and I'm like, oh, thank you, darling. I think these ones are okay. You'll be fine with these ones. Now, when I was leaving, I said, thank you for allowing me, to get rid of this old stuff. We don't want to fall ill. And she says, okay. And I went downstairs. I dropped all of them in the bin. I took it out. I didn't leave it there. I took it all out. I dropped it in the bin. And then I called, the officer and said, oh, this is what happened today. And I'm like, oh my God, Kes, how did you do that? I said, I didn't do anything. I just said to her, oh, these are going off. Why don't we get rid of it? We don't want you falling ill. And they were like, oh my God, we've been trying to get her to get rid of some of those stuff. Well done. And I'm like, thank you. Now, as far as I was concerned, I had not done anything remarkable, to be honest. I felt my concern, should I say, let me rephrase that. My concern more was her health. Not that I was doing something fantastic, no. Because why am I a carer? Is to help. And that is why I always say that for you to excel on this job, you must have a caring heart. Without that, you cannot excel, if that makes any sense. Okay? So you got paranoia, you got PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, rather. Now, it's as a result of a physical or sexual assault, or even people going to war, they have this problem as well. Whereby when they have, when they're done with the war, they come back home and they see pictures of images and all of that, and truly, honestly affects them. You have self-harming as part of it. You have loneliness as part of it. I mean, this list is endless, to be honest. Okay, but what can you do now if you have a mental health problem? Stay aware of it. That's one thing you can do to take care of yourself. Stay aware of a mental health problem. How can you do that? You tell people what works for you. You are able to spot the warning signs when you're about to plunge into that scenario or that state, and possibly keep a mood diary when your mood goes off. Yeah. And then also you want to nourish your social life. Do not be one to be, all you do is stay alone. No, you don't have to see the people. You could talk to them, via online or whatever. Or you go to the shop, start a conversation. You don't necessarily have to be buddies, but you can talk about it. Okay? Now, what do this do? It brings in like-minded people, or should I say people who have gone through the same situation, where they gather together and they talk about what they are going through. For me, when I was going through my, my mental health journey, that was one thing, I'll be honest, that helped me to talk about it. Initially, I had it all bottled up. But the moment I began to talk about it, I felt better. The more I talked, the more I felt better. Now, for me, I didn't care, I'll be honest, I didn't care about people's thoughts. I couldn't be bothered. This was my life. I was fighting for my life. So the more I talked about it, the better I felt. And before you know what, I was done. I was over it. Because I believe that it's not about the fight that is in front of you. It's about the fight that is inside of you. If that makes any sense. Okay? Now, having said that, you also want to work on your physical health. How do I mean? Exercise. Eat healthy. Okay? Take time to have, or should I say, make time to have personal care. Go for a bubble bath, showers. They have a way of relaxing you. And if the GP feels you need extra support, they will signpost you. Why? Because we have specialist organizations such as Young Minds, Anxiety UK, Frank. You have No Panic. You have Calm, Campaign Against Living Miserably rather. So go for these ones, please, because your mental health is important. Now, without a proper mental health, your productivity has a question mark, if I may say that. So please, don't, keep your mouth shut. Ask for help, seek for help, talk about it, if that makes any sense. And remember, you are much loved. And also remember as well that no matter what the matter is, you matter so much more. Over.